champion, campeón, has money ever come into your bank account and then same time left that bank account? If so, stay tuned. Sambanaan Mzansi, Tobala Mzansi, Dumala Mzansi, Bon dia, Africa. The Good day to all of you talented, gifted, and potentialful, treasureful champions, campeones out there. My name is William George Moyses, and welcome to KINGinme, #Motivational Mondays. Joining me today on my right hand side is Buddha Andy Visto, champion, campeone.
Yes. How are you, bro?
Blessed, man. How are you, bro?
No, blessed.
Awesome. So good
thank
to see you. I dig the haircut.
Yeah,
bro,
no,
the
thanks,
shirt
bro.
look
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Oh, you're a
thanks,
champ,
man.
brother.
Yeah, no,
you're
thank
a champ.
you, bro.
Just quickly, man. Champions make mistakes, bro.
Yeah.
I've made mistakes, and we've been touching on mistakes the entire month.
Yeah.
All right, because we want you guys to understand out there that we don't think we're deeper than you. None of that.
Yeah.
We just, man, we've been through stuff, and we want to share our experiences with you guys, and we hope that you guys would listen and learn from something.
Yeah.
So, bro, what is a mistake that stands out for you? How have you overcome that mistake? How has God just helped you through? Yeah, man, just share with the awesome young champs out there.
All right, thanks a lot, William. I think that is actually quite a very important question. Yeah, with me, I'm actually coming from a family that is actually struggling, you know, financially, and I mean, we've been in like poverty for like so many years. And then, so what happened was at the time when I actually got into matric, you know, I was an academic, and therefore like I got a bursary. And so when I got a bursary, you know, at home they were quite excited that at least that, you know, one of our kids now is going to be successful and someone is going to come back, you know, and take care of their family. So what happened that then I went into varsity, I studied mechanical engineering, and, you know, I completed, you know, mechanical engineering, and I started to work. So, but now the problem that happened is that I was not really taught, you know, how to deal with finances. You know, we've never received any education that is actually relating to finances. And so what happened is that when I started working, I started to buy everything, you know, on credit, you know, because, you know, when it comes to credit stuff, they just tell you, yeah, you're paying 200 per month. When I looked at it, it's something small, you know, and therefore I started to buy a whole lot of stuff on credit. I mean, I even got quite an expensive car as well. So to a point where now I began to actually get into debt. And what made me also to get into debt, it is because of pressure, because of the people which actually I was just chilling around, the cars that they were driving, the apartments that they were driving. You know, I get into so much pressure, and therefore, you know, I got into debt as well. You know, to a point where I had nothing left, you know, at the end of the month. And I mean, at home, they were expecting me to assist, you know, to send them money. But somehow I couldn't do that because I was in debt. And, you know, my mother was crying, you know, for so long that, you know what, but I've been praying, you know, to God for us to actually get out of this situation. And I believe that, you know, somehow when my child goes to varsity, things are going to change. But because of the stupid kind of mistakes that I've made, and because of, you know, I did not learn how to deal with finances, you know, I began to get into debt. But, you know, with that kind of situation, I began to pray to God. And I said, God, you know what, these are the kind of mistake I've made. And I mean, at home, they are struggling right now. They are relying on me. But how can I get out? You know, I did not know somehow. And until, you know, I spoken to my pastor, Pastor Anton Van Nilkwer from Cornerstone Church, I spoke to him about this. And he said, you know, I'm struggling. I'm at this place. How can I be able to get out from this place? And he began to guide me. You know, he just gave me a plan down that, no, just structure your finances like this. You know, just make sure that you pay them bit by bit. And I mean, that is something that I actually started doing. Not only that, but by that time, I couldn't even pay tithe, you know, at all, William, at church. And I mean, you know, as Christians, this is something recommended of us. But it's something I couldn't do. You know, but my pastor advised me that, no, you know what, make sure that you pay your tithe at all times, and at the same time we will help you, guide you on how to structure your finances very well. And at that time, I mean, I started to learn how to structure my finances very well, and I can tell you that right now I'm completely out of debt, and you know, I'm able to help and also support my family. And I mean, there's even a business that we have started at home, and it is even through my salary that I'm funding, you know, that family business. So all I can say is that, you know what, we serve quite a great God. And I mean, this is the problem that we face, especially, you know, in the black community, because we've never been taught, you know, at all about finances. As soon as we graduate, you know, the only thing that we do is to get an expensive car, you know, get into, you know, quite an expensive apartment because of the pressure. But all I can tell you is that, no, you know what, do not allow pressure, you know, to get into you. There is time for everything. Just structure your finances, you know, quite well. And I can tell you you that at the end you will be able to achieve each and everything that God has called you for. So you know what, Bro William, so with me, I thank God, man, for giving me, you know, such kind of a pastor that was able to guide me, not only that, but at the same time, wisdom on how to be able to structure, you know, my finances very well, and also patient as well, to be able to understand that there is time, you know, for everything. So those are the kind of stuff that I've learned.
Come on, bro. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I can relate to a lot to what he's busy saying, because our problem is we try and impress people who don't even know what our surname is. All right, our reward is ultimately from God. And I love how, you know, you went and you sought wise counsel.
Yeah.
So what we just want to encourage you all today with is simply, firstly, seek God.
Yeah.
Seek first His kingdom. Seek
Yeah.
first His righteousness, and all the other things will be added. And then secondly, get into a local church community, into a family of believers, where you can get wise counsel, where you can be held accountable, and where you ultimately can be prayed over at the end of the day, and where you can receive just that awesome counsel to help you moving forward. Remember, you can never, ever microwave success. So just know today, namhlanje, that your life matters.
Amen.